Today, before I introduce myself, I would like to ask you one thing. If you have asked any adult in this world, at which age do they feel mostly emotionally burdened, emotionally troubled, it will fall into one category: adolescence. This is common, backed up by science, in fact. In this age, the brain undergoes continuous changes. Neurotransmitters in our mind are active and prone to more activity, leading us to more emotional responses. My name is CLS of Class 9B, and today I stand before you to talk about a problem that, in my opinion, is not talked of enough, in especially the world of social media. The silent struggles youth goes through. Now, take a time to imagine with me. This glass jar, this fragile glass jar be your mind. In this glass jar are several emotions. Now, I will open them up and show you one by one. You have several emotions. The emotions of love, the emotions of happiness, and self-confidence. These emotions, you're not shameful of them, are you? I would give them to you. I would give my compassion to you. I'll give my happiness to you. I'll give my self-confidence to you. But here's the thing. What happens when they change? Happiness turns into sadness. Self-confidence, self-doubt, and others, anxiety. You are like that. And congrats, you're human. That is what humans feel. Now, this bottle has been turned into negative emotions. The emotions of hate, anger, sadness, depression, anxiety, everything contained in this small jar, which sadly you seal tight. Contained in this bottle. You do not want to give these emotions to any of you. Standing here, I will not give you my anxiety, my sadness, or my depression. Now, containing your emotions is very tough. As it boils up, it builds up until it's too late. You're struggling in silence. It's self-torture. Now, your emotions boiled up, leading you to slowly become weaker and weaker. Day by day. You grow weaker and weaker, leading this jar to break. That crack is your emotional breakdown. The moment every one of those feelings comes out, you cry, you feel alone, you feel broken, you feel depressed, you don't want to talk to anyone, you don't want people to be near you. You cocoon yourself in your bed, you wrap your blanket around you, cry so much that the pillow you sleep on, the next day has your face on it. It's true. We are human. Now, you might ask me, so, is opening your jar the real solution to this? No, my friends, it is not. Opening your jar will lead to confusion and chaos. Without control and without managing them, they fall everywhere. You're a mess. Now, the real solution, listen closely, is acknowledging what you feel, understanding what you feel, and mostly important, asking for help in what you feel. Whether that be your friends, your family, your teachers. 8 billion people in the world, and you're not alone. Now, the adults around you were once child. They have gone through what you have, and worse maybe. They are ready to talk to you, if only you open up to them. I would like everyone to close their eyes now, as I will share to you a prayer made by the theologian Therby Never, the Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. May God bless you. Thank you.
Good afternoon to our principal, vice principal, teachers, and fellow students. My name is Estela Umpuy, and first of all, please raise up your hand if you've ever suffered from mental health issues before. Wow, that's a lot of people. Maybe we should all book a therapy session together. Now, let's be honest. Most of us are afraid to come out here and say, I'm suffering from mental health issues. Why? Because society has painted therapy as such a bad thing for only insane people to go to. And in Mizoram, this stigma can feel even heavier. In Mizoram, too often, therapy is seen as something shameful, something only mentally ill, crazy people go to. And to quote my good friend Remkimi, Mizo people are still highly uneducated about mental health, and I wholeheartedly agree with her. Now, as you would go to a hospital to fix your health, or go to a gym to fix your muscles, why wouldn't you go to a therapist in order to fix your mind? Now, when you think about therapy, you probably think of laying on a couch while a person with glasses sits next to you, writing on their notes as they say something. No, therapy is deeper than that. Therapy is about unraveling yourself, putting the weight off of your shoulders, and being comfortable with who you are. Therapy can also be about mending relationships and being the best person that you can be. Now, let's imagine something. Let's say you're carrying a bag, and inside the bag, you're only carrying light materials. A box, English textbook, and a note. See, it's pretty light. Everybody can carry this. Everybody can go around happily. Everybody can basically carry this. Even a toddler can carry this. But let's say you start putting heavier stuff into it. My old class 8 textbooks, a stack of papers, and I am a proud blood donor water bottle. Yes. Now, suddenly this bag went from a very light to heavy, and you can't walk properly with it anymore. And suddenly you fall, and you can't get back up. And people with mental health issues, instead of asking for help, they think, no, I can't be weak. No, I can't ask other people for help. That shows that I am vulnerable, and I don't want other people to see that I'm vulnerable, which causes a lot of people with mental health issues to stay silent. Now, the other reason why therapy is often downgraded upon is because we whisper about it, like it's a secret. But secret feeds shame, and shame keeps people silent. And when people keep silent about their pain, something unfortunate happens. It takes strength to say that I need help. It takes strength to go to people and say, please, I am struggling mentally, please help me. It takes strength to be vulnerable in a world as harsh as this. But courage is not the absence of struggle. Courage is seeing the struggle and still moving on. So, here's my challenge to all of you. Please, if you're suffering from mental health issues, go seek a therapist. And if you know anybody that's suffering mentally, please go and advise them to go to a therapist. And if you hear anybody talking badly about therapy, please speak up. We have to build up therapy and build up people's mental health. Because if we don't build up people's mental health, then do we even care about others? So, one day, I hope asking for help can be as easy as asking for directions. Until then, please keep advocating for therapy and please seeking for help if you really need it. Thank you.
A very good afternoon to everyone present here. My name is Angela Larinomi of Class 9 Section C, and today I'll be talking about something that may seem colorful and attractive on the outside, but has a much darker truth inside. My topic for today being fast fashion, waste culture, and why you should care. Fast fashion, excuse me. Fast fashion means clothes that are made quickly, sold cheaply, and then thrown away just as fast. At first, it feels exciting. New styles every week, affordable prices, and the chance to follow trends. We see influencers wearing them, advertising flashy sales, our friends wearing the latest outfits. It feels like we're keeping up with the world. But these things comes with a huge cost. You see, fast fashion feeds into what we call waste culture. Millions of clothes are worn only a few times and then tossed, ending up in landfills. These landfills overflowing with fabrics that doesn't decompose for decades, harming our environment. The truth is, the fashion industry is one of the largest polluters in the world, second only to oil. And it's not just about waste. The production of these clothes require enormous amount of water, chemical, and energy, harming our planet even before they reach the stores. And behind every cheap dress or a shirt, there are workers, often underpaid, working long hours in unsafe conditions. So the big question is, why should us, the youth, care? Mostly because we're the largest consumers of fast fashion. We're the generations constantly scrolling through trends. But this also means we have the greatest power to change it. By supporting ethical fashion and sustainable practices, we can help preserve cultural heritage and protect the environment, and stand against exploitation. By buying secondhand clothes and thrifting, I would like to show you guys something. For that, I would like to call Obet, my classmate. This is a dress which is only thrifted for 30 rupees, which looks really nice for 30 rupees, and it has good quality. Thank you, Obed. So my point is, from thrifting secondhand clothes, it is a powerful step towards change. Fast fashion may seem harmless, but its impact are deep, and it's important for us, the youth, to shape a more conscious future. Fashion should not just be about looking good, it should be about doing good. We have to feel comfortable. The sense of fashion can be different for everyone, but supporting local artisans are really important. Let us remember, we may be young, but our choices today are shaping the future. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rakili of Class 9 Section A, and today I am standing here before you to talk about Insta versus reality, the truth about influencers' culture. Have you ever scrolled through Instagram and thought, wow, their life looks so perfect? The flawless body, the endless vacation, and the breakfast that looked like it belonged in an art gallery. And then you look down at yourself, still in pajamas, consuming high calorie, and wonder, what am I doing wrong? The answer to that, my friends, is nothing. Because what you're seeing is not reality. Behind the carefully curated highlight reel of influencers' cultures lies a truth we rarely talk about. And here's the dangerous part. We compare our behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. And psychologists call this social comparison, and it can be toxic. When we're constantly exposed to perfection, our own lives start to feel less. We question our worth, our looks, and our success. Mental health studies have shown increased anxiety, depression, and low self satisfaction linked directly to heavy social media use. The irony, many influencers are stressed, burned out, and trapped in a cycle of maintaining an image. The business behind influencer culture is not just about vanity. It's a business worth billions. Followers are currency, engagement is gold, and authenticity is often just another marketing tool. Brands deal with influencers not because they're relatable, but because they can sell products in a way that feels more personal. You're not being sold to by a faceless company. You're being sold to by someone you know. So, what can we do with this knowledge? We don't have to cancel out influencers, but we do need to remember Instagram is a stage and reality happens backstage. And here's the truth, that morning coffee shop might have been taken at 4 p.m. noon. That vacation photo could be months old, reposted to keep up appearances. Influencers could be months old, reposted to keep up appearances. The culture of perfection doesn't just affect influencers, it affects us, their audiences. We start comparing our real lives, messy hairs, messy rooms, and to someone else's real life. Yes, REEL. We start comparing our mental health studies have shown increased anxiety, depression, and low self-satisfaction linked issues like anxiety, low self-esteem, and depression, a feeling of inadequacy, as if we're falling behind. But it's not just about deceiving people. It's about, for many influencers, Instagram is their job. They need to maintain a personal brand, impress sponsors, and stay relevant in a crowded market. Many influencers we can enjoy with Instagram without being fooled by it if we can remember that Instagram is just a curated account or content. Follow honest creators who shows the real behind the scenes and limit screen times, reduce comparison, and focus on your own progress instead of someone else's highlight reel. Okay, now, I'm not saying that influencers are villains. They're humans just like us. The problem isn't Instagram itself, but forgetting that what we see online is only half the story. Life is not a filter. It's messy, unpredictable, and imperfect. And that's what's make it real. Thank you.
Good afternoon to you all present here. My name is Deborah Larensangi of Class 9 Section A, and today I want to talk about how it feels like to grow up when the world is going through such big problems like the global crisis. So firstly, what is a global crisis? Global crisis is a big problem that affects the whole world, not just one country. And sadly, we have faced more than one. We grew up in a time of COVID, and it was hard knowing that something big and scary was going to happen to us, our families, and our friends. But as time went by, I've come to realize that those times were the best moments of my life. Because we used to store lots of food, and I would eat any food at the same times, and we would have family gathering. Those would used to be my favorite times because being being with a part of the family is very fun, and especially when you are all together and you're laughing together, playing music, etc. So, when COVID-19 happened, the whole world stopped. It felt like we couldn't do the things that we had done before again. Schools and stores were closed. We had to collect our basic necessities all at once. The roads were empty, and we were told to stay inside our houses for months, maybe even years. And that kept us very depressed, knowing that we wouldn't be able to do the same things that we had done before with our friends, our cousins, our families. And What I enjoy doing those time is making TikToks. It was very cringe, and I look back at my TikTok account. I don't want to look at it anymore. I just deleted everything. And some of my friends even had a TikTok of mine and tried to blackmail me, which was not too good. And I have their TikToks too. So I will be blackmailing you guys one day, especially on your birthday. And we all know that due to this global crisis, some people lost their jobs and some even lost their lives. I remember the first time I wore a mask to school, it felt strange, but I could not live without it for quite a long time. And funny thing is, you see these people with very pretty eyes, but then the moment they take off their mask, they look like these hideous animals. But even till today, this crisis is not over yet. There are wars happening around the world, as we can see. Many people have to leave their home, and we see children not affording to go to school and not affording to have good food. And this made us feel very sad, and it also affected us. So another problem is money problem. While there are some families out there living their best life with the amount of wealth they have, there are also some people that live a miserable life, not having enough money to pay school fees, normal clothes, and even a safer home. And but growing up like this, it makes us appreciate the things that we have in life rather than growing up to be a very rich, spoiled kids. And I'm talking about majority of the people. I'm not referring to anyone who grew up rich to be spoiled, but I'm just saying that some people don't appreciate the things that they have in life and would take it out on others and bully them. And it also teaches us how to share the things that we have whenever we need to. So, my point is that even during lockdown, we learned how to deal with tough times, and even through those tough times, we still managed to laugh and live happily. So, growing up in a global crisis doesn't make us any weaker. It only makes us stronger. Even when the world might feel broken sometimes, we still manage to show kindness to one another. So, and that is what makes us strong. And if anyone tells us that we're just soft, lazy kids, we should always know that we've tried our best and we still kept going. And that is what makes us strong. Thank you.
Good afternoon to you all. My name is Lashwa Zeliralte from Class 9 Section C. The topic that I'll be explaining for today is loneliness in the most connected generation. As we all know, we live in a time where technology has made communication instant and limitless, like calls and video calls. It allows us to reach anyone across the globe within seconds. For example, I would like to call Rafael Nelpecto from my class. Imagine Rafael is my friend from Norway and I am his friend from India. And I called him from India. Tulu, tulu. Okay, thank you for helping with my presentation. You can go back to your seat. Just like that, it will be delivered to him within seconds, no matter how far our distance is. Social media and other virtual communities keep us constantly connected. Yet, the generation, so-called connected generation, is experiencing some of the highest levels of loneliness. Many young people find themselves surrounded by hundreds of friends online and scrolling through social media, comparing themselves to others. But that does not fully replace true friendships, genuine friendships, face-to-face conversation, shared experiences, and most importantly, the comfort of physical presence. While digital platforms allow us to share posts, likes, messages, and virtual friendships, but this cannot fully replace the true comfort of physical presence in that we can get from others. Many people find moreover, busy lifestyle and dependence on digital communication reduce opportunities for real connections. Many young people stay up late at night scrolling through social media and playing games and hardly get out of their rooms, which distract them and distance them from the relationship that they can get from others, such as their families and friends. Instead of strengthening their relationship with their friends and families, technology sometimes keep them away from things that they should actually interact with. Even though social media offers the perfect illusion of connection, it often fosters shallow relationships and unrealistic comparisons, leading to feeling of inadequacy and isolations. This generation faces this generation faces significant academic and career pressures that can limit time and energy for social interaction and slowly building anxiety, depression, stress, loneliness, and other mental disorders. As to conclude, to overcome this loneliness, balance is necessary. Technology should be used as a tool for connection, not a substitute for it. Building true family ties and spending time with friends. Engaging in meaningful conversation can help combat the sense of isolation. While our generation is connected, true happiness comes from real conversations, communicating with others, empathy, and the comfort of presence. That's all I can share, but there is something I would like to add. There is not much general knowledge to gain from my presentation, but I hope you learn how important to interact with others. Thank you.